Hey everyone, it's Michael, and thanks for attending today's webinar. We just wanted to do a webinar starting every Thursday at this time, and it's going to be just a general open floor question and answer formats. This way, if there's things that you are asking that you might not have gotten answered, either in the Skype group or the Facebook group, where we will be here to do that for you on Thursdays, and also just anything new that may be coming up, we'll be able to share that with you as well as Tuesdays. But this will be this kind of format moving forward on the Thursday webinars. Again, we have Randy Park from Printex, and he wanted to share some cool things upcoming and just answer some of your questions also. Randy?
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Michael, Matthew, thank you. Yeah, a couple things coming up next week. We are going to have a Tuesday and Thursday webinar. On Tuesday, what we want to show everybody, for the new people, in the past we've done a deal of the month, shirts a month. The idea of doing the deal of the month is to help people try to get traffic to their store with a kind of a low entry item, something that can be sold either at cost or for $9.95. So typically what we do is we'll do a non-personalized graphic. We'll offer that up, and then anybody can use it if they'd like. And then we create a special price for you on that. So the t-shirt will be $3, the mug will be $3. We're creating a nice little winter design that we will share with everybody. And then we'll have Kevin Biddito on the call, and he's going to show everybody too on how he uses the deal of the month to drive traffic to his site, and then upsell them on a hoodie or something with more margin, or upsell them to a personalized item. And so this art that we built for that can be personalized as well. And it'd be pretty neat. We want to give that to everybody. So next Tuesday we are going to have that on the call, show you how to do the deal of the month, and then give you access to that art and those products. You know, coming up in January, we've got some exciting things that we're going to unveil on T-Rex in late January. We're going to break a big one out at Ken's event in Vancouver around the 20th of January. So if you haven't signed up for his event, you ought to look at that. I think there's only a few spots open, but I think Ken already has about 60 people that are going to be there, and he does an amazing job of training at his events. So you know, look for that. We're also putting one together in March. We're going to have a training event out there centered around traffic and conversion, and that's going to be a huge event that we'll get you more information on that as well. So just a few things coming up. Next week I think will be exciting with the deal of the month. And also too, we've got, we're finishing up the Valentine's Day packs and art, and a lot of you guys will get those packs because you joined as a new member through Ricky's group, and those will be available here next week, and we'll lay it out for everybody. So that'll be a nice tool for us. Other than that, Mike, take it over, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Okay, guys, so if you have any questions, go ahead and start typing those in for us. Any issues that you may be having, somewhere where you're stuck, or just anything. It's really it's an open floor here. So we'll kind of wait on some of those. And I know Matthew, there was maybe one question, and I'm going to go back to the group here and see, because I know some question has been posted in there recently. But why don't you go ahead and answer some of the questions that you saw earlier in the group too, Matthew? I know a couple people just recently posted.
Yeah. So like I'm getting a lot of questions about Sparkpost. So is anybody here on the call not got Sparkpost set up or having trouble setting up Sparkpost? You want me to show that or anything?
Yeah, I think that's. I know that that's been quite a few support tickets. So, did you want to share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me make that possible for you.
I'll show some things.
Okay.
We got a question from Tracy there as well. Just noticed.
Okay.
Answer. Am I sharing yet?
Yeah, you're on your Skype though.
Okay, got it. Yeah. You see Facebook now?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So with Sparkpost, you know, once you've done it like I've done it hundreds of times, so I can do it in just a couple of minutes. And it actually isn't that difficult, but I understand for the first time, if you're not used to it, it can be tricky. So I can show you, I can't actually set this one up, I'm already set up here, but I can show you kind of what happens and what to look for. So first off, you need a Sparkpost account, and you also need the Sparkpost plugin, which is already installed. So if I just go to Sparkpost, so here in the plugin section, you'll see Sparkpost, and you go into the settings there for the Sparkpost settings. So this one is already set up. So the main thing you need is you need to get your API key. You need to have this set to HTTP, and you need to have this checked saying send email using Sparkpost. So once you've done it as well, you can do a test as well to see if you have got everything set up, and it will give you like a little report at the top, and it will tell you whether it's been sent successfully or not. So from the point of view of getting an install, the first thing you would need to do is go and make an account at Sparkpost, which is straightforward enough. You just use an email and a name, and you just go straight into the free version of the account, which gives you 10,000 emails a day. So that's easy enough. But once you've done that, then is the bit where you have to verify your domain. So if you go up to Sparkpost, this icon up here, then scroll down and go to manage your sending domains, you can click add a new domain there, and then you would add in your domain. So some people get confused with a domain and a URL. So the domain is the straight domain without the HTTP. It's just the domain name alone. Okay, if you put the HTTP in, you'll get an error. And then what you get is these three verification settings will pop up, and I'll just see if I can put test.com in there. Will it let me do that? Yeah, there. So you'll get it like this. So this would be your real domain. So the first thing I always do is set up this SPF record here, and if you press test there, it gives you this here would probably be your domain, and this here is the SPF record. So then you need to come into your cPanel and go to the easiest way is just search up here, go to DNS, go to the advanced editor, and then here is where you need to add your record. So you need to scroll down and look, and in a lot of cases you will already have one here. Like this one here is already set up for Sparkpost, but you'll probably have one here and it won't say Sparkpost there. So you can't have two of these. So sometimes you'll be trying to enter one and it won't accept it, and the reason is because you've already got one down here. So all you need to do is just delete the one that's there, come back up, and then you need to set this to text record like that. The name part there is the host name, so you would just go in, copy it from there, and then put that into there. So I'll just do it just so you can see. So you would paste that in there. The TTL is this number that's here. So anyone that's hosting with T-Rex, because it's all on the same server, your number will also be 14400, but if it's on another server, it'll be a different number, but that's where you can get that from. And then when this here, this SPF record, you will need to copy that and then paste that in the text data. Okay, so I'm not going to add it, but then I would click add record and that would go in. So if you get to that point and it doesn't go in, it means you've already got one further down and you just need to go and delete it. So it says that it can take up to 48 hours for it to populate. Well, virtually every time I've done it, it's pretty much instant. You go back here, you press test again, and then you should get a green tick like that by that one. So it's exactly the same for the DKIM record. You won't have one of these in already, so this one should go straight in. The host name, again, the host name is where it says text data, where it says name, and then this value here is where it says text data, and then you click add record. So those two are, it is pretty straightforward, but I know it can be confusing, but it only takes a few seconds to do that. And then you just need to verify by email, and you have to have one of these two domain email addresses. So it's either abuse or postmaster. You don't have to do them both, just one. So to do that, you would need to come back to your cPanel and go to email accounts there, and then create an email account. So I've probably already got those, so I'll just put test. So you would put postmaster or abuse there. The rest of it autofills on its own, and then you would put a password in, whatever you want. Oops, password statements. And then you would go and click create account like that, and then you can access this account by just coming down and clicking one of these tabs here, and then just go and access webmail. So let's just access this one. So when you get to this page, it gives you this sort of little flash up thing, and then you can either of these two I always use. I never use squirrel mail, but basically these are just a way to, you know, it's like a basic email account where you can read your email. So you just need to go into your email account and then come back and click verify email on whichever one you set up, and then you'll get an email within, you know, it usually takes a couple of minutes, and then it will just give you a link, and then you click that link, and then you should have all three of those verified. And that's it, really. That's setting up Sparkpost. So anybody struggling with that, or does that help?
Yeah, I think that definitely will help out, because I know that's been kind of an issue. So thank you for that. There's a couple questions here. We got, hi guys, Charles from France. Merci beaucoup. I don't know if I said that right, but that's the only about French that I know. Hey Charles, thanks for joining us, man. I have a question here. When people order customized items where they upload a picture, are there specifications that the picture needs to be?
Yeah, well, there isn't a particular specification, but if you put a note, say when you create your campaign for a product like that, I would just advise you to make a note and say that the image needs to be the biggest and best quality image possible, because when it goes to print, the bigger it is, then the clearer the print will be. If somebody sends you a tiny little thumbnail print, then it's not going to print very well at all. So I would just put a note on there, because a lot of people, you know, normal people aren't going to understand 2800 by 3200, you know, 200 dpi. So just say to them, please upload the biggest and clearest picture you can.
Okay. Randy, this might be a question for you. Let's see. Is the $97 a month for one Trex install? If we want to build another store, is it another $97 a month?
No, we give up to 3 domains for that 97.
Okay, great. That's perfect. I'm just going to kind of skip over to the group here, guys. And I know that we just kind of went through the Sparkpost for starters. So I hope that helped. And Graham, I don't know if Graham's attending right now, but we'll make sure we'll post this in the group, so anybody that wasn't here. I know there's one question earlier, and it says, you know, I have a question in regards to Stripe. I'm a non-U.S. resident. However, most of my sales come from the U.S. Am I better off with a U.S.-based Stripe account? Any comments on that? I don't think that would affect anything. Matthew, do you have any comments on that?
Where are they?
They, let's see, he just said he's a non-U.S. resident.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where he's at.
that could be Ian, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's Ian.
yeah. I spoke to Arthur earlier, and he had no problems at all. Um, he's from Australia as well, because I set up my Stripe account a long time ago when I was using Shopify, and in England here to run my Shopify store, I had to get an American tax ID and everything. But I spoke to Arthur earlier, and he just runs his store. Um, I think you can choose to run it in dollars, but he has the money paid straight into his Australian account, so he didn't have to do anything special apart from upload his photo ID.
Uh-huh.
So it should be pretty straightforward. You set up your Stripe account, and then you just register it as usual with your own bank account, and they'll ask you for some ID, and you just send them the ID, and then you just run your store in American dollars if you're selling in America.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, Great. So I hope that helps. Let's see here. Is there a training on pictures that people add to their own items? I don't know if we have a training video on that, Matthew. If not, we will definitely get one.
Yeah, we don't have a recent one, no.
Okay. So I think that was who I said, Joanne. Yeah, we'll definitely do a short video and make sure we add it to the members area, and we'll post it in all the groups for you too.
Yeah,
That will definitely, it's probably something we need to do to help you guys out with that.
yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
Randy.
show the
Yeah.
process of that as well, because when somebody uploads an image, you will get that image in your CSV folder. So that would be a manually personalized product, which the orders would be sent to you, and
Hmm.
then in the CSV, you would actually have that URL for the image that they uploaded. So you would have to actually put that onto the shirt yourself, or put that into the image and put it back into the CSV to send off to Randy.
Okay. Um, there's a question, another question from Joanne. Said Randy said he will be keeping the low 550 price on mugs, and I'm lowering the T price from 875 down to 825 for 2017 starting now. She wanted to know how long those prices will be lowered through 2017.
Well, really, until I see a price increase from my vendors. I mean, we're gonna drop that, try to get more action for all of us, and as long as it's working for everybody, we'll keep that. Or again, unless I see some price increases or things that are out of my control.
Excellent. Uh, let's see, Tracy, where do we get more designs from other than what is already in our stores? And I'm glad you asked that, Tracy, because we are currently um, working on getting some design packs together, and it's a project that I started working on recently. Of course, you can always go to if you want to go to other designers that you may know. Obviously, you're more than welcome to do that. But what we want to do is we want to make it easy for people to access designs in specific niches, and so we're going to be working on that a lot, and we're going to have those available in our shop.trex store, and where you'll be able to really buy, packs if you're wanting it. They're going to be really well priced and make it very affordable for people who are looking to add new designs. It will be, we're going to try to open it up to where there's going to be as many niches as we can get in there. If you're really into the family stores and grandmas, there's going to be plenty of those, ranging everywhere from dog, animals, pets, cats, to nurses, firefighters, police, military. I mean, really anything. And what we're going to do is going to try to, kind of poll everyone and see what they would really be interested in. And then that way we can work on them and get them ready as soon as possible for you guys. So stay tuned. That's in the works right now, and we should have an update on some of the designs that were in there. I know we've added a few more, and we're just going to make sure that the pricing is right, so everything is a really good value to you guys.
Yeah, I
Let's
see that
see.
question from Graham there about his domain. Graham, if you want to reach out to me, I'll have a look at that for you and see why that's happened with your install.
Okay.
Hey, one thing I might jump in on, Michael. We've all had these questions. People say, "What's the best-selling designs?" Uh, I guess one thing that I've seen that just the basic "I'm the cool grandma." It has been an outstanding design time after time. But the true answer to it is we're not going to share everybody's designs. You know, we like to create artwork and give that out to everybody, and let people make it work as best they can. But we won't share other people's designs. You can trust us with that. A lot of people create their own thing, and they do really well with it, and we want to protect their privacy on that as well. So that's kind of where we're coming from on sharing designs.
Yeah, and also just to add one more thing to that, you know, the designs that we are going to be uploading and creating for you guys, they're going to be good designs. Obviously, not everyone's a winner or does well, but there's going to be, we have some really good designers that know what they're doing, have created designs for really strictly for personalization for the WP-Trex plugin, so they understand exactly kind of what has sold in the past, and they kind of go off of that. And I work very closely with them because I've seen a lot of designs over the last few years, and have you know, even created concepts that have sold a lot of shirts. And so one of my strengths, I believe, is that I have a good eye for design. So I'm going to make sure that you know, they're the highest quality of designs where, you know, they're going to have a chance for you guys. And I'm excited about that because I think that will kind of just give you just something different, and you can kind of see from there what you like and what you don't like. And like I said, we'll try to get everyone's information and try to create stuff that will work for everyone.
I see a question, Michael, on the celebrity merchandise, how that works. I'll jump in with that. So celebrity lifestyle brands that Greg and I own, you know, we are building you know, celebrities through that, using their images and their influence to help sell products. And so we're going to make available designs that we create for these celebrities to you know, the people here that are involved with T-Rex. And essentially we will have those products that we'll give out basically for free, so you can sell them in your store if you want to. They might be probably a buck or two higher, because that'll be the part that will be going as a royalty to the celebrity. But you know, our idea is to keep the royalties really low, keep the prices fair, so everybody can sell it. We just want to sell a lot of stuff for these celebrities. That's really our goal. We want to get the numbers up for everybody, let everybody make money, and that's how we're going to approach it.
Okay, great. Yes, Joanne, is it okay to take a saying or a quote, for instance, and make our own design and using our own fonts? Of course. The one thing you don't really want to do is obviously rip people's designs, but that doesn't mean you can't take concepts and make them your own. They really don't have, you know, license to do that. So you know, and that's how a lot of designs, you know, get created in the beginning, is obviously just looking at ideas from other designs that have been successful and really just making it your own. So we definitely encourage that. That's the way I would go, to be honest with you. And I always like to look to see, okay, wow, what did really well? What did they do right, and how can maybe I improve about it and make it my own? So yes, definitely do that. Yep, no problem, Charles. I'm going to give it a few more minutes to see if you guys have any other questions. Okay. And
yeah, I'd like to know, actually, anyone that's listening now, and anyone that's new that's coming in, like, what were your problems coming in? You know, what could, because a lot of people have had a bit of confusion about domains and DNS and that. If you could let me know what the experience was like for you, then I could make some new videos for new people coming in that can really help them as they come into the program.
Okay. And Tracy is asking, we also have the NCAA and school zone included as well, correct? I'm not sure if I understand 100%. What do you mean included as well, Tracy, if you can clarify that?
I think she means with a purchase, like they're separate installs.
Okay.
So
that's what I
each
thought.
one of those would be a separate, there's a separate price for each of those.
And I can get you information on that, Tracy, since you are a member. So I will make sure that I get with you after the webinar here, and if you have any questions, I can answer those for you. Okay. I know that it is a lot of information in the beginning, Charles. We are doing our best. We are, currently reviewing all of our videos, and I know that there's been some concern with some of them that are not as clear. So we definitely want to make sure that we have the best training out there. So we are currently working on recording new videos and making sure we get those to you guys, so it can be even more clear than the past. So just like a lot of things, the plugin changes, it gets updated, and so we are going to start really trying our best and to make sure that the videos reflect the updates and reflect the issues that people are having.
Yep. Joanne asked about backing up program. I always use Backup Buddy. I'd recommend Backup Buddy every time.
Okay, so Graham, as far as on the product prices, what are the profit margins? Profit margins, that's really up to you. I mean, you should have Randy's sheet of just what, his pricing sheet, and that's kind of up to you to determine what you want to set your prices as. So anything, that's kind of something that you have to test with and play around with to see what people are willing to pay, and that's 100% really up to you how much you want to charge.
Yeah, and just to let you know, Graham, as well, if you go to support .T-REXWP, the pricing is on here under the resources section, and we update this all the time. You can also get to this from within your plugin in the business settings. That link will take you to this same place. So here is the latest 2017 shipping and fulfillment pricing, so you can have a look at that and work out your prices as well. Like we put recommended prices in there, but if you want to alter it and work out your exact profit margin, you can always have a look at the latest sheet there.
Okay. So I see your question, Tracy, about the videos. Some are outdated. If you bought a full install, it takes you through stuff you don't really need to do. We are aware of that, and we are currently fixing that. It wasn't clear that the DNS needed to be changed in cPanel, and not where you bought the domain from. Absolutely. So yeah, we've heard that a few times, and so we are fixing that for you guys. But thank you. Don't ever hesitate to say it again, because it keeps us on our toes too. So.
Well, it helps to know what the problems are.
Absolutely. Yeah, just so everyone knows, Joanna's saying, in case you are interested, looks like Backup Buddy is having a 40% off special to the end of the year, so you can definitely check that out. Thank you, Joanne.
Yeah. But for anybody hosting with us, we back up every site on the T-Rex server every 48 hours. So if you are hosting with us, you don't really need Backup Buddy. But if you do want to use Backup Buddy and take your own backups, just make sure that you download them off the server. Otherwise, if you keep backing up a site that's, say 1.5 gig or whatever, they start off about that size, and you're backing up every day, it's going to take up a massive amount of space in no time on the server. So if you do use it on our server, just make sure you take the backups off of there.
Okay. Tracy says just for Sparkpost, I know that you kind of joined a little bit late, Tracy, and Matthew did go over the issues with Sparkpost on this. So
yeah,
I think
I know what she means there. I think
okay.
There's two DNS settings you need to change. One is for your domain, and the other is to actually register it with Sparkpost. So I will speak to Greg and perhaps do a different video for new people coming in, the first steps they need to do with their domain.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't see any more questions coming in. I'll give it another second here. Randy, did you have anything else that you wanted to close out with while we wait for a couple more other questions?
No, I don't, other than wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. Thanks for the business this year. Look forward to next year. We want to do anything we can to help you guys build your business, build your brands. So don't hesitate to reach out to us for any tools that you think you need. any good design ideas, anything that we can do to support you, that's what we're here to do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Randy. Do we need to add security to our WP sites to stop attacks? I think we had this question last week, Matt. Did you want to just go over that again?
Yeah, well, like we don't use any security on ours. That's really down to you. If you want to, then it wouldn't hurt if you want to do that. But you know, I don't know anybody, I don't think, that has been hacked. But if you want to add something to your site, then you could do that if you wanted to.
Okay. Um, how do I change the logo on my site?
Yeah, Charles, if you want to send in a support ticket for that, if you've had it, well, if you've had an install with us, if you want to send in a support ticket, I've got a script that I can run, which will change the logo in every single place on your site.
Okay, so yeah, Charles, if you signed up, if you got an install, just send us a support ticket on that, and
Yeah. And
that's
if you
probably
haven't had an install with us, send me a support ticket anyway, and I'll shoot you a quick video and show you how to do it.
okay. Um, yep, no problem. Okay, Joanne said I had my sites lost due to malware and I didn't have a backup. Costs a lot to have them fix it. So yeah, Joanne, if you I don't remember um, if you are having us host or if you're hosting it, but if it is us with us, we are backing it up, like you said, every 48 hours. If you are hosting it, I think just simply backup buddy. I know you asked if any of the WordPress backup or any of the free ones. I've never used any of those. I don't know if Matthew can speak on that, but okay, you do host it. So I'm sure probably Backup Buddy would be good, and if anything else, Matt, would you recommend anything else? I don't know if you've used any free ones
Yeah, I have never used
for
a
us.
free one. You know, I love
Okay,
Backup Buddy, and you can't go wrong with Backup Buddy.
okay. Well, I think that's going to do it today, guys. Thank you for coming on in. Again, like Randy said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. Um, we can take this. If you have more questions, please go over to the group. I'm just going to just make sure I add that in there in this chat here for you guys, so that way we can get your questions answered. And I just close it out, of course.
Yeah, Graham, if you're still on as well, I've sent you a request on Skype.
Okay. Yes, and I know with that I've had a couple of consults this week. And again, guys, for those of you that are on that maybe need some help with their ads, or just with their fan pages, or it's just anything that you're having issues with, just reach out to me on Skype. I will try to schedule you guys in. I know we're getting a little bit closer to the holidays, so it may be a little bit tougher over the next day or so, but I can definitely try to squeeze you guys in if you have any questions. And I'm just going to put this. This is where you want to go to for our Facebook group, and if you haven't request to join, please go ahead and do that. And I think that's it. I appreciate you guys, and we will talk to you soon. And look out for the webinar for next Tuesday. Hope all is well, and have a good one.